Yeah, I think they should have had a woman DeLorean, really. Yeah, actually, they already had one in Star Wars Rebels.
It's more inclusive if there's a woman DeLorean.
Inclusivity? Take it back.
What is it called? A middle sex DeLorean?
Just DeLorean? Yeah, there wouldn't be a man or a woman DeLorean, I guess.
Yeah.
This is off to a stunning start. Welcome to the Transmit Podcast. I'm your host, Spike.
I'm Victor.
And Victor's still coming in with odd amounts of energy at weird times.
Yeah.
God damn it. I hate everything. Ever. So listen,
All right, let's just get this one over with.
Oh god, this is gonna be a painful one. I can already tell.
Just sit back, strap in,
and just endure this podcast.
Endure this because you're our friends.
Is really the
you
only
have
people?
To listen.
Listen, once we start pushing this to our audiences, I really should have asked. Derek to push the podcast in the last show.
Yeah.
Because we forgot to. We forgot to. Anyway,
I'm gonna break the fourth wall for a second, real quick, before you
it.
get to what you were gonna say.
Okay.
I've got a little of an interjection.
I disapprove, but go for it.
I really like doing the podcast.
Me too.
But I've noticed that unlike other podcasts, we have no expertise or skill or wide knowledge base on any sort of subject. We just kind of get on here and we talk about...
that's most podcasts, let's be honest here. Does Joe Rogan have a wide berth of expertise?
Well, yeah, he talks about drugs, hunting, MMA, and...
I'm a martial artist.
A little bit of space stuff.
I've been training martial arts for years now, so I have some of that. I can drive. I've watched a lot of movies.
Yeah, we do a lot of movie podcasts.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
well, here, how about you find?
Maybe we need to figure out a better way to let ourselves shine.
Okay, so
shine
basically,
bright like a diamond.
So basically, your thought is we
burst like a firework in the air.
Okay, well, what I wanted to talk about is something actually we have some expertise in.
Oh, okay. What is that?
Well, I noticed that...
What is that?
Oh, damn it. We're coming up on another show here soon. Our hiatus is coming to an end.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was curious, what's this show? I saw you have some brainstorming stuff going on. You have some thoughts on the next show?
That's top secret.
It's top secret. But we are brainstorming on the show.
Yeah, we're talking about a new show.
And who's all involved with that? We got Derek probably doing some writing.
Working titles Space Jam.
Ooh.
And Space Love Adventure 3.
Oh, dude.
Are the working titles for the first two shows, which will be a back-to-back sort of deal.
Oh, that's awesome. But I mean, so you're writing, probably Mason, probably Derek, probably...
Yeah, me, Mason, Manda, Derek.
I mean, you haven't sent me any of the ideas to go through or give you some thoughts on. I mean, I don't mind, obviously, but to be interesting if
Yeah, we had a creative meeting last weekend that everybody was invited to, but.
Oh yeah, I decided to flake on that. Yeah. No, I had work. It's like, yeah, listen, I heard about that, but
you could have had your input in.
Yeah, but I started.
The percentage of ideas that we take from you is pretty low, but we still could have found a ruby in your turds.
Well, to be fair, most of my ideas are chicks in bikinis. It's like...
Yeah, and sometimes it happens at Super Awesome
Sometimes
Showdown,
it happens.
But it's rare.
It's very... Yeah, and so when you're talking about an emotional moment where two characters have to confess their sins to each other, and I say, and which one of them is wearing a bikini?
Yeah.
So that doesn't really help. You really... Okay, it's called yes and, or you can... add on to that is what I'm saying. I'm just...
You know what? You can get in there with the bikini idea. You just got to work it in.
Work it in
right.
Well.
You got to work it in right.
Yeah, I found that working it in as far as women in bikinis, it's a risky proposition. Mm-hmm. Either they're into it or they're really not. So
that's true.
That's very true. Okay, so it's good to see that we're working on that. What's our next show date? Do you know? What are we aiming for?
I believe it's the third Saturday of January.
The third Saturday of January.
I don't know. I think it's the 20th or something.
Let's find out.
The 18th.
The 18th. So look for our next show around the 18th.
And
I'm really looking forward to getting back into it. And I'll be at a new place. I might be here actually.
Oh.
So basically, I won't have to drive here just to help you do stuff.
We have a studio that we record this podcast from.
Yes, we have. I'm living in this studio.
And You might live in the studio. The podcast studio.
The podcast studio, which is your damn kitchen. Shut up. Yeah, but no,
Or we could actually make it like that spare room right there. We could actually make that the podcast studio.
So basically, where I'm hoping to live, if all goes south, is
it'll encourage you to kind of keep your room neat and tidy and stuff.
Also like encourage me to have a very minimalist lifestyle, so we can have a table in there, along with my stuff and my bed.
Yeah,
you're gonna get like, I'm just gonna come into the room one day, and you're gonna be like installing one of those beds that comes down from the wall.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, look, we have a whole bunch more space now for us to do podcasts. It's like. Okay.
And it'll probably also be like a bookshelf.
A bookshelf
by day.
Bookshelf by day.
And I'll probably have to super glue all the books in there.
So basically, it'll be useless books in a bed I have no control over.
One book will be like the lever to pull.
Be like a secret bed.
It'll probably be like your favorite book or
my favorite book.
My favorite book or something.
The novelization of Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah.
Wow, damn it! I love that book, man. That's a limited edition, hardback. Anyway. Okay, so you had some news you want to talk about. So we're going to transition into the news.
Oh shit.
Well,
there's this cat. Remember that cat, everybody, in the last couple podcasts?
This is personal news, yeah. The cat that kept trying to bite through my headphone cable?
Yeah, well, it turns out that it was chipped.
Oh, sweet. So did you take it to a vet then and get that looked at?
No, Samantha, she took it.
Well, I meant like you, the royal you, as in...
Yeah, she took care of it. Where'd you take it to, Samantha?
A local veterinarian.
Okay.
Just scan the chip.
Yeah, so basically, so when I say the royal you, I mean, like, what would be a good couple's name for you? Vic and Sam, Sam and Vic, Sick?
Sick.
Vis? Vim? No. Oh, Vam. No. Damn it. Sam, you got to help me out with something. What would you think?
No. Vicantha.
Vicantha. There we go.
Vicantha.
Vicantha.
Yeah. Got chipped, and it has an owner, and the owner came and picked it up. Long story short, the guy didn't seem... He's probably not listening to this.
Like,
but the guy...
Given that we have like 40, not even that, listeners, yeah.
The guy that came and picked up the cat didn't seem like he was all... He seemed like a dumbass.
Was he slurring his words, or was...
No, he just seemed like one of those people that's like a grown, like, 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah, he's a little out of it.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a big...
big kid?
Yeah, like a dim-witted kind of adult man. That is how I took him.
So was he like... was it hard for him to, like, figure out what happened, or what made you think that? Was he like, do you have my cat, or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like... Just the way he talked. I don't know. Maybe I'm just...
Maybe you're projecting?
Maybe
he was drunk.
Could have been drunk, but...
See, yeah,
I think he walked or something.
So see, there's nobody...
Kind of far to... I didn't want to drive. I don't know this neighborhood.
Wait, he didn't know the neighborhood, so he decided to walk.
Or like he didn't want to drive. He knew the neighborhood.
Okay.
He didn't know about driving in this neighborhood because the streets are
weird. Well, they're
small.
Yeah, they're small, but okay, yeah, he's kind of okay. Now I'm getting. See, this is why he.
And then like he was talking about like how he just left the door open or something like that, and it got out.
See, yeah, all these things. These are why.
It's like, yeah, sometimes it like bites you.
Yeah, that was that cat.
Yeah, and like what else? I guess it was like 3. I guess it's not his fault that his like 3-year-old cat still acts like a kitten.
Right, and they're still kind of young.
Maybe like there's some overlay between like the owner of the cat.
Yeah, it's like how you may. So basically,
and the cat.
People look like their dogs, and cats act like their owners. Okay,
maybe
this is the paradigm where we've gone to here.
So then he took it back. It's like, hey, be careful with that. Like,
oh wait, if that's true, hey Sam, what's the paradigm between people and their chickens then?
People are assholes and chickens are assholes.
There we go. Assholes like chickens, and chickens are assholes. Okay, boom, nailed it. See, Anthony, you need to be like the guy in like the Howard Stern show who doesn't always talk, but he's in the background kind of chiming in every now and then. That's what we need from you.
Yeah, we kind of have that.
Yeah.
Already, anyway.
Or really, we should mic
No
up.
need to make it official.
Really, we need just a boom mic over there in the kitchen where they're standing.
Oh, is this on? Someone could just...
No, I turned it off.
Oh.
Well, I toned it down.
Okay.
So yeah, we're good.
Anyway, so that's the news around here.
Well, you had another bit of news about like the investment thing.
Oh, Robinhood?
Yeah, so basically you said there's a new way to buy stock.
Fractional share trading. So Robinhood, I don't know, I'm kind of into investing,
Yeah.
And I have a Robinhood account. I don't have a whole lot of money in there. I mostly keep it in Charles Schwab.
What's that?
Charles Schwab is another brokerage account. So.
Oh, okay. So when you say you keep it in Charles Schwab, I thought that was like the majority of the stock in Robinhood. Sorry.
So I think back in the day, you actually had to go to the actual stock market and buy like the stock certificate.
Yeah, I think so.
That you had that much shares of the stock.
Right, and now you can just do it.
And then
digitally.
you had to like call a stockbroker on the phone and be like, "I want to buy this," and then they would go on to the floor, and, like buy it for you. And
you ever see the movie Trading Places?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that then.
And then they come back and they're like, "Yeah, hey, we bought the shares for you." And then it's like an electronic brokerage is like the new middleman between.
Yeah.
So they buy the stocks, you own the stocks.
And basically, you're just Venmoing like a server somewhere.
Yeah. And that was going good.
So
pretty good, but it still doesn't like get everyone into it, right?
Right.
Even though there's like an app you can literally have on your phone.
Right.
Like buy a stock of value that will increase in
I
value.
still have only one stock on Robinhood that they gave me for free. My portfolio is not diverse.
Yeah. So the FANG stocks are really popular.
The FANG?
FANG, yeah. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google.
Okay, so tech company stuff. Okay. Hey, wait. My question, I guess, is the other place you have most of your money in. What's it called?
Charles Schwab.
Now, can you buy stock in Charles Schwab?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a brokerage. It's a stock.
So yeah, I just don't know if it's a publicly traded company or not. I just don't...
Oh yeah, you can buy stock in Charles Schwab.
So yeah, that's the thing. I was curious. Is that Meta stock buying then?
Yeah, if you're
bought stock in a stock company.
Stock in a stock broker.
I think if somebody else owns stock and you buy a bit of them, there's.
Yeah, I think Robinhood has a stock too.
At a certain point, the universe implodes in on itself monetarily.
But TD Ameritrade. Yeah, I found out that today because I was watching this YouTube video about how TD Ameritrade couldn't keep up with all these brokerages doing fractional share.
Mm-hmm.
Or, no, what was it? They're giving, 0% commission or cost. Because like usually when you buy a stock, you have to pay the brokerage a little bit of money. So you can't really trade. It doesn't encourage you to trade stocks on a daily basis.
Right.
To try to,
keep the money moving around.
Yeah. What is it called? I don't know. To do the short sales.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to just buy a stock and hold on to it. And then when you see it goes up, sell a little bit of off, take some money.
Yeah.
Then use that money to buy some, stocks that are lower. And then you just keep doing that. And that's kind of the responsible way to do it.
Not like the day trader thing where it's like, it went up 20 cents.
Yeah, not like a day trader, yeah. It's like, it went up 20 cents. I'm going to buy it.
Buy. And go sell.
Sell. And then it goes down like 20 cents. You buy a bunch of it. But what if it keeps going down?
Wasn't that a thing for like 20 minutes? Like day traders are a thing.
Yeah, day traders. But now, like stock, like for instance, the most expensive, what's a cheap stock? I don't know.
Well, let's just say
let's say it's BlackBerry. You heard of BlackBerry?
Yeah.
Little thing.
Yeah.
It's like $5 a share.
I was alive in the 90s. I'm aware.
It's like $5 a share.
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble. They went really. It's like $2 a share from Barnes and Noble. But I think they're actually off the stock market. They got bought out. So.
Okay. But yeah, then you have like things like Amazon, which
is
worth
like $1,000 a share, or like Berkshire Hathaway, which is like $200,000 per share.
Jesus!
Imagine if you bought that when it was cheap, right?
Oh God! Yeah, but basically now you can like buy a piece of a stock.
You can invest in Google now for just $1 because you can't. It used to be you had to buy the whole entire share of the stock. Now you can buy fractional share.
That might be like an offshoot from the Bitcoin, where you can buy a piece of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's probably what. If I had to guess, is what pushed that development.
Yeah, because that was the thing that was so cool about Bitcoin. You didn't have to buy a whole Bitcoin to like revel in the
having of
percentage gains of it.
Yeah.
So all you care about really is percentage gains. Mm-hmm. You don't really care about price so much. You want your percentage gains to be high. So if you're buying something that's $1, and you see that like, whoa, it's like its percentage gain has been huge in the past year. It like started at like 5 cents, and now it's like $1.
Yeah.
That's good percentage gains. And if it looks like it's gonna get even better, you buy like thousands of shares of that dollar stock, right?
Right.
But then there's some that are expensive and have high percentage gains, right? Like Amazon or Google. But we're kind of left, people who weren't like there at the beginning when like Google was like $5.
Was a guy in an office somewhere.
Yeah, we missed out.
Yeah.
We feel like we missed out, but not any longer.
Not anymore.
Because,
You can have a piece of Google.
Yeah, you can have a piece of Google. So that's kind of a big thing that Robinhood is doing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, we're going to transition now from one of the most brainy subjects to pretty much the least brainy subject we could. Mm-hmm. It's a Michael Bay movie. So basically, this movie Six Underground came out, and it's about billionaires, so we're still not straying too far away. Ryan Reynolds is a billionaire who decides to do like the Batman thing, but he doesn't get a costume.
I think he was a tech billionaire.
He's a tech billionaire who
billions in some sort of program.
Yeah, he made magnets basically. He's good at magnets, and this comes in later. He makes magnets that make cell phones and Teslas work. But basically, yeah, he it starts off with a really good action sequence where it's a car chase with was it Matt Franco?
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco.
Yeah.
Is the getaway driver, and you kind of get a good sense of what this movie's about right away.
It's like a 20-minute car chase.
It's a 20-minute car chase.
First 20 minutes of the movie.
And it's a good car chase, let me tell you. Like,
it's good. Yeah.
But they hurt more people
than the bad guys.
Than the bad guys do.
They hurt more innocent people.
Yeah, they put a lot of innocent people in danger and in the hospital and in the ground.
Yeah.
Like, they're tearing through the streets of Italy. Or Florence, I think.
Yeah, I think it's, something like that.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds is basically, he plays one character, and that character is Deadpool, but, minus the prosthetics.
What else was he? Van Wilder?
Yeah, he was Van Wilder, which is...
Deadpool Wilder.
Deadpool Wilder, basically, yeah. And so the concept is, like, this guy, he fakes his death, and he gets a bunch of other, like, experts in their field to fake their deaths. And they have, like, a doctor who doesn't do much of anything, a sniper from Delta Force, a driver who dies pretty much in that first car chase. He, like, impales himself on a forklift. I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I like that, too. Like, it really made it feel like, oh, people could die at any minute.
Yeah, he was, Dave Franco emoted a lot of fear.
Yeah.
He was like kind of a worried driver. He's like, what the fuck? He was in a situation where he's used to driving, but he's not used to having
like guns,
people shooting
him
at
while
him
he's driving,
and like trying to do all these tricky moves and stuff.
Imagine the transporter minus the competence in combat.
Yeah. So he's freaking out. But then there's like a crazy shift in his personality when he's like, we need to lose the chopper. And he's like, can I lose the chopper?
He goes from, oh God, we're going to die to, I can, a helicopter. And he totally, and they go into the Louvre, I think, or what was that? They go into into a museum of some sort with the statue of David.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the thing you're going to see in this movie, which is it has like these great action sequences and reverence for the mission, followed by just nihilistic dick jokes. Because they drive through this art museum, almost killing people, ruining pieces of art, and they peel up to the David. It's like, oh, is that the statue with the small dick? And he looks out, and there's like a good 3 seconds where they just look upward at the statue of David, and just well, that's his dick.
And then there's the scene with like the eyeball. Someone took an eyeball and he's trying to like dangle
there's like a retina scan.
They
cut the eye out of like the mob lawyer or something.
Why was he holding it by like the
optic nerve?
The optic nerve.
He
couldn't have held it. Like it would have been more still if he just held it by the ball.
Because then you wouldn't have the tension of it going
moving around.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to just grab it by the ball.
Yeah, come on. It's like I didn't do it. So stupid. Like this chase is full of just rampant stupidity that is both funny and groan-inducing.
Yeah.
Like when the parkour guy, because that's what you need in your crew of like people you're going to use to take down a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Is parkour guy who can skate.
Parkour.
He like skates. He like does a grind on a railing up to like this pillar.
He pulls out his gun.
Pulls out a grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher. And he shoots the grenade
into the car,
and it punches the guy
in the face. Like blood explodes out his mouth. And normally you just like show like it going into the car and then explode.
Yeah.
But not Michael Bay, he goes above and beyond.
Not only does the grenade punch the guy in the face, but then when it hits its target, it explodes
and kills all
of them. And I think the guy like flies out.
Yeah, someone flies out of that. And really, cars are incredibly durable in this until they're not.
Yeah.
Because like some cars will just get hit by other cars, get ground against walls, but then an SUV will like hit a truck and just explode into like 3 pieces.
Yeah, and the explosions, I've never seen a real car explosion,
me
but I don't think it has like glittery kind of like pyrotechnics.
Yeah, there's like sparks flying, like it's like a Roman candle was shot up.
Yeah.
Like they like threw a bunch of cars into like a marketplace full of like fruit stands.
Yeah.
And the fruit stands exploded with fire.
Fruit stands exploded. Which I guess in the Michael Bay universe, everything is kind of flammable.
Yeah, it's like the Hong Kong shotgun concept, where if you shoot a guy with a shotgun in a Hong Kong blood opera, it won't really hurt him that much. But if you shoot like a storefront, it'll just explode.
Yeah, that's true. Why does the front explode when you shoot at it with a shotgun?
And it's like, but a dude is just like, ow, my ribs took it. It's fine. So basically, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's a long, fun chase, but they get the data that they somehow knew was going to be on this lawyer's PDA to find these generals for this like fake country, where Ryan Reynolds witnessed a gas attack, and he decided, no, I'm doing a Batman.
It's like I'm gonna do what the U.S. government couldn't.
Yeah, with my billions.
I'm gonna hire 6 people.
6 dudes is all it's gonna take.
We're gonna take out this regime.
Yeah. So, hang on, pause.
I can just tell the listeners that.
Okay, we're back. Just tell them you got a mouthful of food.
I'm eating lunch right now. It's tikka masala chickpeas.
Ooh, that sounds good.
With brown rice.
Ooh, you know it's good because it's brown rice. So, what was it? They use this PDA to track down the generals who are going to Vegas. And throughout this, I'm noticing like how they finance this movie, because they'll have like a close up like after Matt Franco dies of a bottle. They're mourning him, and they mourn him with a bottle of Captain Morgan rum. They'll like do a close up on the hood ornament of the car they're using to escape the bad guys, or like one of the characters is holding a Tascam recorder, and it's somehow like getting recordings of people like through glass 100 feet away.
Oh, so you're going through all the product.
There's a bunch of product placement, basically. Everyone's drinking delicious Heineken.
Yeah. It's a really bro-y movie, I think.
Yeah, well, like most Michael Bay movies.
There's a lot of reverence to the U.S. military.
Yeah, until there's not. Because like after the Matt Franco dies, he has to go get a Delta guy who the stupid government wouldn't let him shoot the bad guys.
You know, I think it'd be funny if every time you mentioned Franco, you just gave him a new first name.
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco. John Franco.
Well, unfortunately, he dies in the first 20 minutes.
So then when Sam Franco dies.
Sam Franco dies. No, so basically he convinces this guy to fake his death. And
see, that's why they're called the Six Underground.
Yeah, because they're all dead.
And they're underground.
Yeah, and you put people 6 feet underground when you kill them.
And I was disappointed that it did not have the Sneaker Pimps song Six Underground in it.
Like their one song.
It had a lot of
a lot of airtime.
No, it had a lot of the music in it.
Oh yeah.
Was that genre that we can't quite
Oh
pin
yeah,
down
that Discovery Channel like pushing your new show music.
Yeah, it's a reality show, Discovery Channel. And there's like clapping in it. Whoa!
And it's just like slow motion panning shots of people like working on metal and stuff.
Yeah, but in this movie, it was like people with guns and cars
and grinding and parkouring, and they kind of go through like out of order, like how he like recruited all these people. Actually, no, not the hitman. Like some of them, they'll show him like how he recruited them. Other people, it'll just be like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And like it'll be like, listen, you got to respect this, like our brotherhood. We gave up everything for this. Followed by like a dick joke.
I know.
Like I have no idea how he balances like this utter nihilism, along with reverence for like this kind of Batman like power fantasy like.
It's almost as if Michael Bay doesn't want you to ever get fully immersed into his films.
Oh, no, never.
He wants you to, like, every once in a while, he wants to say, "Hey, I'm here. It's me, Michael Bay."
It's like, this is a Michael Bay movie.
It's like the directorial equivalent of a rapper saying his own name, like in his music.
Luda.
Like that scene where the villain is talking to his brother.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like a really kind of serious scene, and he's like,
Yep.
You know, you have to follow me. You have to the loyalty to your family.
It's like, remember the old kings of Persia and how they conducted themselves.
Yeah. And then he would just get distracted by like his henchman wearing like
a stupid shirt with a
t-shirt.
The arrow pointing up, the man, and the arrow pointing down, the legend.
And he's like, "Sorry, I have bad taste."
It's like you're in like a super high end like penthouse with an infinity pool.
Everybody's got like nice expensive suits on, and
except for this guy with a t-shirt.
I know. And I think his t-shirt's like over another t-shirt or something.
I have no clue what's going on with it.
It's almost like he just kind of lets people kind of do their own thing, or like during
remember,
filming, some crazy shit happens.
And speaking of that balance, like the black sniper guy, he fakes his death, and they're showing his funeral, and like they show like everyone gets shot from like down by their feet, zoomed up at their face.
I know, worm's eye view.
Yeah, and they're like all the people like full military honors, and then they show like his relatives like crying like in huge like exaggerated manners.
Melodramatically crying on their knees with arms in the air. Why did he die? With the American flag and like a full-on military funeral.
At the same time, so tasteful and so tacky.
So like, that's just so disrespectful. Like, no one would like act like that at a funeral.
Oh, man.
But he thought it would be, funny to throw in.
Yeah, so basically the plan is to kill the 4 generals of this dictator, which they do. They just like get them all at Vegas and shoot them all in the head.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, but what happened with the villain? He killed the other 4 generals.
Well, yeah. After they kill the generals at that party in Vegas after they buy nerve gas. He's like, listen, I need guys who are like you, but who are not you, and he throws them all off a building. Okay, next 4 people. I'd be a fool to trust the people who stood most to gain.
Yeah, he just threw him off a building, which was a pretty cool scene.
I mean, that was cool, and like every scene with him shows like how evil he is. He's never just like a guy.
Yeah, I know.
Like when
you don't want the second you think you're getting to know this guy as a human.
No, you're just getting to know another cartoonish level of his villainy.
Yeah,
because like his assistant comes up, is like, what's with this footage of us attacking them with gas? These people at the hospital's like, who do you think shot and leaked it? Impress me. You did, to inspire fear. Yes, brother. They must know the cost.
Oh, man.
It's like, wow. And right before that, like, he was in some museum looking at that picture of Napoleon on the horse.
Yeah.
As if the symbolism it wasn't enough that they show like him like gassing people and murdering people. He's like Napoleon. He likes Napoleon.
Yeah, it's like, that's a guy I could relate to.
Yeah.
Everybody, Napoleon Bonaparte.
But again, it was like the classiest like museum ever, shot beautifully.
Yeah, it's like
like.
Well, if you think about Michael Bay's target audience, they're probably not rich people, and they probably kind of hate rich people. But maybe not so much that they hate rich people, but they probably hate like classy rich people.
There you go. They
like hate the elite.
Right. They like Michael more because he's rich, but he dresses like an out of work lesbian trucker.
Yeah.
That's why so many rich people like wear like polo shirts and like wear cutoffs and stuff.
Like Donald Trump, he's like a billionaire, but he still eats McDonald's.
Right.
So he's a little bit relatable.
Relatable, yeah.
He doesn't like, every meal must not be like the finest steak with,
yeah.
Like turtle eggs or something like that.
Endangered sea turtle. Sea turtle eggs.
It's like, these are good because they're rare.
They're rare. Let's say, do you have the fried spotted owl? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, bring that. No, so.
Yeah.
What I really love is basically like we'll cut to the end because the rest of it is like them like getting to know these people. They rescue the brother from this super fancy high rise, and the new sniper guy gets them to like start like working as a family. It's like we don't leave a man behind.
So yeah, Ryan Reynolds learns something.
He learns the lesson.
He grows.
Everyone grows. It's like a little bit of character development.
Yeah.
Really, it's a really good scene because like, well, not really good. It's just entertaining.
Yeah.
Because they use laughing gas on everyone, and they cause more like random civilian casualties because they throw laughing gas in there and they just start punching like not even guards, like porters and stuff, people who like carry your suitcases.
Yeah, and the scene that you're talking about also has that scene where the sniper shoots at like the infinity pool.
Yeah, to like wash out like all the bad guys.
Yeah.
But then like tons of like furniture and shit falls like hundreds of stories to the streets below.
Yeah. And anyone who happened to be walking there in that
dead.
area is dead.
It's just so dead.
And it's a pretty big like area of, you know, the building, like both sides of the building. If you're walking on 2 of the 4 sides of that building,
right?
You're dead.
It's like they beat the shit out of the guy who's like they're trying to save.
Yeah.
Like they just punch him for like 5 minutes straight.
It's more of Michael Bay's kind of like
nihilistic
humor. Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
But you know what, Michael Bay, say what you want about him and how lame and weird his movies are. He's actually an auteur, and he's got like a very distinct
Oh no, it's beautiful.
Style.
Like so many of these shots are so beautiful.
Really good, beautiful shots. He puts the same kind of humor and the same kind of, you know, camera angles.
Oh yeah, everything.
And the same color grading.
And the same kind of rotating shot. No, not a single shot in this movie has a static camera.
Yeah, it makes me think that he's kind of got ADD. Like he has to, like even scenes where like there's talking, like he doesn't want those to be there, so he has it like moving.
There's a little bit of action in everything.
Yeah. So you feel like you're always like on edge throughout the whole movie. You're never really relaxed.
So they make their way to Fakistan finally, and he uses. You find out they're using more magnets at the end. They flush out.
That was so ridiculous.
So stupid but fun. It's a great scene.
He's like, magnet power's on.
Yeah. So basically, they break into like the nuclear power plant, the state-run TV, and hijack the signal. And the brother of the dictator says, "Hey, it's time to do a revolution!" And just immediately, they all take to the streets.
Yeah, that was a really quick revolution. Yeah, within a minute, like they're reporting on it and stuff.
It's like it's like BBC was like immediately. There's a like 5 seconds after someone throws a rock. It's like, there's a revolution in Fakistan today.
Like those people were ready. Like they had signs,
and
all it took was like for some guy to be like, what? I don't. Like he wasn't even ready when it was starting. He's like, hey everybody, like so you know,
maybe you should
revolt.
Yeah, listen. I'm just saying,
revolution time, everybody.
Like listen, IDK do a revolution.
That coupled with blowing up some statues.
Yeah, they
blew up some statues.
And
then everyone's like, this is it! Murder! This is the revolution.
This is like the purge logic, where if you just like turn off laws for like 12 hours, everyone becomes a psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was excellent. So basically they get everyone onto the boat. Like that's his mega yacht, and the magnets on like these little submarines like come up to the side of the boat, and you're wondering what are these things, and you keep forgetting like it's Ryan Reynolds. He does magnets in this. And they all board the ship. People get off. They start like assaulting it and like turning off the engines and getting it off to sea. And he hits the cell phone thing, and everyone flies to one side of the boat and then the other side of the boat.
Yeah, and then that was pretty cool. But then there was a scene in the kitchen, right, where he's trying to get it to work in the kitchen, and he does, and he throws them all around the kitchen.
But the kitchen was rather pristine.
Yeah, and then he throws them to the other side of the wall. But this is where like all like the knives and stuff.
That's when they finally start coming out. Like apparently this didn't happen at all until they were there to see it.
Yeah, so that's true. Maybe it's like localized magnetism, but whatever.
I have no clue. It's plot convenience magnetism.
Yeah, so but the kitchen was no longer pristine.
Nope.
It got fucked up.
Yep.
Like everything in that movie does. But here's the thing that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
All right, so it's just regular kind of like, you know, hoity-toity
yacht.
You know, yacht boat kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
He does the magnet thing. He has everyone go against the wall.
Yeah.
Right? So the walls, are they metal or something? I don't know.
Yeah, seriously,
Maybe
you think if it was powerful enough to have like everyone with their tactical vests and guns fly, it would warp the metal of the ship.
And don't you think people would like kind of figure it out and be like, this is crazy technology, I'm out of here? But no one did. They're like still holding their guns.
Like, I'm going to get my gun. It's like Yank trying to get their gun off.
But here's the thing, like it's a magnet. It's not like he can control. It's not like he's Magneto.
Yeah, no, he has
Magneto,
a cell phone.
Magneto
with his mind
can get all the knives, point them at you, and then throw them all at your chest.
Yeah.
Right? This is just putting everything that's metal and throwing it against the wall.
Against the wall, yeah.
But it still had the same effect as if he had mind control powers.
Right? It's just
because everybody
luck.
That hit the wall had like knives like all in their chest.
Exactly.
Like, what are the chances of it all just like all
Every
the knives?
the guy looked like a pin cushion, like one of those like novelty, like a novelty knife holder.
When you look at the walls, there's like not a bunch of knives sticking out of the walls.
All in people, 100% hit rate.
Yeah. This like weird like thing that just gets metal and throws it against more metal.
Yeah, and like
happens to work perfectly.
Like the chicken skewer thing with like the 4 prongs goes into somebody's face. Like it's gruesome. Like this movie, like they finally just gave Michael Bay like the carte blanche to say, here, have someone's head explode.
Yeah,
like it is gory.
Like he's almost saying like, you want to question this? Fuck you. I'm gonna make the movie that I want to make.
Yeah, someone on his staff was like, I don't think that's how magnets work. You're fired, you fucking nerd. It's like Michael Bay. He's like, no, get the fucking nerd out of here.
If I were to make a magnet and throw you against the wall, would you not get stabbed by knives? Well, one of them might hit me, yes. And it might not be pointed toward me. It might be like going sideways.
Yeah, what if it slaps me in the face with the side or the handle hits me?
It's like, no, point in your chest.
Always point in. Security, why is he still here?
So I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny that everything worked exactly the way that we wanted it to.
Right, and there's always like an immense amount of security. Like that boat was like 90% like guests for a party.
Yeah.
They got like most of them off there, and then like when they showed up, more people were still being evacuated even more harder.
It seemed like there was more like security than guests
at
some point. Just so that they can have people to kill on screen.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it starts to look like it's going bad, but they kind of pull it out. Mm-hmm. But the bad guy gets on a Zodiac and escapes, quote unquote. But then like they're all on the helicopter together. Like when you think like, oh, the bad guy's helicopter's coming to pick him up and save him.
Yeah.
But then they all take off their masks, and it's like, aha, we were here the whole. But they never show how they did that.
Yeah, I guess you assume that was part of their plan as well.
It's like it's like
it's
an
the
Ocean's
part of the
11
plan
movie
that they didn't tell you about.
Oh, this is why Rick hates Rick and Morty hates heist movie because
because there's like a twist that like
oh yeah, we were just here, and then he feeds them to like his citizens.
Yeah.
And he's doing things like, shoot me, no, don't give me to them, shoot me.
And he drops him out of the helicopter from kind of high, almost like 20 feet.
Yeah, you think
I feel like that would have injured him.
That might, yeah, he wouldn't have been running. He started running pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, he started running, and then
a mob found him.
And this is a scene that was like, okay, this is the money shot right here. They're gonna disembowel him. There's gonna be guts.
They're gonna rip his head from his body.
We're gonna see him rip. But no, they're just kind of like beating him up a little bit.
No, like they killed some henchmen worse than this guy. Like the flashbang stuck in his mouth.
Yeah,
that was harder.
Yeah,
like the guy with the skewer through his face. Was nightmarish.
And he was not even the main villain, but then the main villain just kind of gets like kicked in the ribs.
He's like, we're gonna beat you up a little bit.
And then like hit him with a shoe or something. I don't know.
It's so dumb. Listen, get drunk or high and watch this movie.
Yeah, watch it with your military friends.
Yeah. All right, listen. I think we're up to like 37 minutes. So listen, I think we're gonna call it here, man.
All right.
All right. So thanks for listening to the Transmit Podcast, the Super Awesome Showdown offshoot. I'm your host, Spike.
I'm Victor.
We'll see you next time.